welcome back once again. It's week 4, it's game 4, and I'm on the campus of Oakland High School, and I'm with the head coach of the Patriots, Coach Kevin Creasy. How you doing today, Coach?
Good story.
Well, didn't play last Friday night. You ended up with a COVID victory for you. It really doesn't, yes, it's a win, but it's not a chance to get the guys out and let them run, is it, Coach?
No, I mean, our guys, unfortunately didn't get any film out. They love getting some highlights and some film out and trying to showcase their talents out to, different colleges and coaches.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it gave us a chance to kind of rest and recover and, fix a few bumps and bruises, get healed up. And that's one good thing about the COVID win. You win and you don't have anybody hurt as a result.
Well, once you knew that you wasn't going to try to schedule someone else, you were just going, what did you plan to do? Because that gave you a lot of time. And as you head into this next contest, what did you work on during this time between now and the next game?
It's simple. We just worked on ourselves. We always pride ourselves on special teams, so it gave us a little extra time on special teams. And then, of course, the core stuff that we're always working on, blocking and tackling, throwing and catching, stuff like that. So we worked on ourselves. I mean, when you don't have an opponent, you work on yourself, and we feel like, it was beneficial to us.
Day 28 as you head into the next game. If here we are. We've been playing almost 3 weeks. We've already been through supposedly 3 games. You've only been through 2. Getting ready to head into this next one. What you know about this next ball club?
Yeah, out of Virginia, coming out of Richmond, know that there's a lot of good athletes out of Richmond. Watched some film on them. Played a real good team out of Ohio last week. So they're not afraid of competition. I got to give them credit for that. And like I said, they're kind of traveling around playing different schools, and that's kind of how we hooked up. They were always, checking the boards whenever people were putting up that they're needing a game, and so we put on our website that we needed a game, and I guess they found out about it. So we're lucky. We're sitting there in July with only 9 games.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden these guys popped up. So like I said, it's our first home game, and our kids are excited about it. We're looking forward to playing again.
Well, and a lot of people don't understand you need a game. You need your kids to go on, get out, and flow through 4 quarters, do what you need to do, and it doesn't matter who the opponent is, it's the next one on the schedule.
Yep, and that's the thing about it. Unfamiliar opponent coming in our place, it's kind of, similar to what you might see in playoffs, especially first, second round, stuff like that. But anyway, it's one of those deals where, we're hoping to get a lot of guys some playing time. Like I said, it's been a couple weeks, and then knock some rust off and get ready for region play, which is the week after.
Well, and when you talk about preparation and everything, you're always trying to implement new things, or like you say, work on yourself, or the missed assignments, or in the first 2 games, or whatever it may be. You're constantly, as the season goes, you're adding a little bit more to it, aren't you, Coach? I mean, you're not just staying with where you started in week 1. You're adding a little bit of more of a wrinkle to it as the guys continue to pick up what you want them to do through the 2021 season.
Yeah, and only game experience kind of tells you what guys can do and what guys can't do. We want to see what guys can do, and then we want to kind of build off the strength of what they can do. And, with somebody like Jordan James, that he can block, he can run, he can catch. So you got that one figured out. But then the young guys that are in there playing now, you want to see what they can do and what they can add to the table.
Well, and to your quarterback, he's not new to the system, but he is new to the system and new to developing with these kids. And a lot of people don't understand that game time experience of what you're talking about, being out there with your fellas, the starting core, and repeating the plays that you practice on Monday and Tuesday in a game time atmosphere, man, that's when you really find out how good you're going to be. Because where are we, as Coach Ron Adelot always said, we're close to game 5. And by game 5, you're always supposed to figure out about how far you can go.
Yeah, and, like I said, we've still got some things to figure out offensively. I think this past week's helped us a little bit, but at the same time, you go against your defense, who's really good. They get you some answers real quick. So going against our defense is always beneficial for us, and being able to record that and film that and go back over it with our players. Like I said, it's been some full contact this week.
Well, internally, the next 10 days, is there any challenges, anything you've opposed upon the 2021 teams as you continue to roll through the season, as you ask out of you guys, or is there any themes going on or anything internally with your fellas, or just something that you might let the people know about, something that they do different from the other teams, or what's going on with this year's team?
Yeah, I mean, our team is pretty aware of the surroundings. They're pretty familiar with a lot of our opponents, particularly in our region. I saw a bunch of our guys at the game at Blackman versus Riverdale the other night, so I thought that was pretty cool. But then, we got two weight coaches that do a great job. Coach Dobbs, Jason Dobbs used to be at Moore County and at Riverdale for a while with me at Trousdale. Coach Jackson came with me from Trousdale. They do a great job of doing some character development stuff. They're doing some good stuff, and it starts in the weight room, and I think this team is kind of defined by, what have you done for me lately? We don't want to be remembered as the guys that won the state last year. It's all about this year. So what have you done for us this year? And I think our coaches in the weight room are doing a good job of not only working them hard, but also developing some character deals going with them.
Well, I asked Coach Dobbs about the trip to Ridgeland, and the first thing that came out of his mouth was, he said, I was so proud of our yes, sir, and no, sir, and yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. We did a really good job. And, you expect it out of your team, but when you see them exemplify it in real life character, boy, it's a joy, isn't it, to know that you're doing the right thing, Coach. What did we do right? Can we go do it again?
Yeah.
I mean, write it down.
All you got to do is ask, the hotel staff. What do you think? And the hotel staff was like, y'all guys are welcome back anytime.
Great.
Had no complaints, no issues. Walk through at Mississippi College, and their head coach is like, man, I need to start recruiting your school harder. You got the kind of guys we want, and so I think it's a testament to the kind of guys that our coaches have been on and been helped raise, with the help of their parents, doing a good job of making them into good young men. So that's pretty awesome, when you got people in other communities that don't know nothing about you, and all they're doing is bragging about how good the kids acted, how well-mannered they were, mannerable they were. And then, of course, they went out and played a good football game as well.
Well, I would not, and this isn't something that we started yesterday or something. This has started ever since I've met you, ever since I've known you. So I'm going to go ahead and ask. It's that time. I got to get a Kyler tracker. So we got to find out about your son. He's now a freshman quarterback. But the thing I love about it was I ran into you over the summer, and just a quick, hey, how you doing? I think I delivered a piece of cheesecake that you saw that you had to have a piece that Judy the Beauty made. But anyway, I got that to you. But the thing about it is, I asked you, where is he, and how's he doing based on, take your emotional dad part out of it, and Coach, he said he's got a little ways to go, but he's right where he needs to be, and he's working on being better. Yeah,
dude's definitely got a little chip on his shoulder, been short most of his life. I can relate to that. Late bloomer, but now hitting a little growth spurt, but doing pretty good. I mean, he had a good night against Riverdale. They played Riverdale last week, and he threw 2 or 3 touchdown passes, had a little quarterback sneak for a score, but he's getting better every week. Like I said, he's got a hardcore guy coaching him, Eric Vito. He played for me. Yep, played for me back in the day, and now I made life rough on him. He's making life a little rough on Kyler, but that's going to make him a little tougher than he needs to be, and that's what we want. Still got a ways to go, but like I said, he's got good people around him, and so we're expecting bigger and better things in the future.
All right. Friday night, kids, right here at Ray Hughes Stadium. Beacon Hill will come in and visit, and Oakland Patriots will get out and get to play again as we're in week 4, game 4. Y'all be here.